Good morning, welcome back to another video. So it is just after 4:30 this morning and I am in the barn. Starting a little bit sooner today just because there's a lot of stuff I want to get done today. Generally we start at 5, but today I decided to start half an hour sooner. So I am in the barn and I just pushed up feed on this side of the barn. And I pushed up feed to the box stall pens. Now I'm going to push up feed on this side and give grain. That's what we're up to this morning to get things started off with. I'm currently in our heifer barn now. I'm feeding grain and just checking on everybody. But all the animals are doing well. Doesn't look like none of the heifers are in heat, none of that stuff, but they all want to be fed grain, so then they don't show heats as well. Alright, I'm going to clean stalls and push up feed now. I figured I'd show ya. So I'm going to put dry care on the stalls. So that is this powder stuff. So it's more of like a disinfectant powder that we put on every morning. 2 pails will do 65 cows. So it works out pretty well. I'm working on mixing the second load of feed for the morning right now. So in the morning we feed 2 loads of TMR and at night we feed 3 just to the dairy cows. Over in the heifer barn we are still feeding round bales and grain. We still have quite a few round bales left, but it's looking like we're gonna get a nice sunrise this morning over the tops of the trees there, so that's nice. But we should be done feeding just after 6 a.m. and then I can get to fixing equipment for the day. Then we can hopefully finish up tillage today. We got about another 40 acres to do. I am done feeding cows now. So I'm gonna work on this air seat. So last week I had gotten an airbag just like this one from John Deere, even though it's a Grammer airbag part. It was not the right one. This one appears to be the right one. So you could buy them directly from Grammer, but apparently they don't make these anymore for this seat. So then you have to pay more money for one in a John Deere box that John Deere has on the shelf. This tractor is 20 years old this summer, and I guess they're no longer making parts for the seat. So that's a little unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. I guess I'll just consider myself in good shape to be able to get the part and not have to buy a new seat. But that airbag right there was about $540. There you go, that took around an hour, but the seat is back in. I did not put everything back on because the seat has to come off again to work under here later. But that airbag took around an hour to get in. Alright, it is 7:30 now. So I'm gonna grab breakfast. Maybe you can hear my dad over there. He's gonna get stirred on tillage. So we're in pretty good shape. I am gonna spend the rest of the day fixing stuff, and he is gonna try and finish working ground today. Helps a lot that on Monday and Wednesday mornings we have extra help in the barn. Someone comes and milks my mom those mornings, and then my dad will do box stalls, and I'll feed cows and kind of do the other odd jobs. Then we can spend a lot of time doing other stuff. Alright, it is after breakfast now. I'm going to finish putting this round baler back together. I probably only have 20 minutes left on it. So I have 2 guards left to put on, but the threads out of them are stripped. So I went ahead and cut new threads in. And at some point in the process I grabbed the wrong tap. So we ended up with fine thread bolts now for them. I could have tapped different threads in there, but that's fine. This is what we're gonna do. Not fully sure what happened, but that is what I did. So we are gonna go ahead and fix all this now, and then we will be done. Alright, so that is the round baler back together, which is good because it's probably only a week or 2 until we need that. Now this forage wagon. So I've been working pretty hard trying to get parts for this thing. A whole bunch of them will be in on Wednesday. So if you haven't seen this, this is a New Holland Crop Carrier 8 forage wagon. It's a 1986 model. And we're rebuilding them just due to everything that's going on in the world right now with tariffs and everything. Decided that was the best way to go about it. So we've been getting all new floor pieces made. So the next one to come out is this one in here. I've been working away at it, but there's a couple more bolts. I'm gonna pull them out now. Then that'll be as far apart as we need it to be. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this stuff put back on for the gearbox. So there is a gearbox that sits in here. That I'm gonna get put back on hopefully today. That'll probably keep me busy all this till lunchtime. It took about 3-4 hours to get it apart earlier because everything was seized together. So I imagine it's probably gonna take 2 or 3 to put back together, along with taking out that floor piece. And then we can measure up the last 2 panels I need made up for this wagon. Then hopefully everything can come in on time and it can be put back together. So here's the gearbox that I'm gonna put in this wagon. I bought this one off eBay. It was rebuilt in 2016. Never used as far as I can tell, or from what I understood. It was, I believe, $250 or something like that, versus all the parts for a new one would have been about $2,000, a little less than that. But I got this piece here out of the wagon, so I'm going to measure that up at some point, but I figured I'd get the gearbox in before lunch. And then we'll see how far I get and putting other stuff together. Alright, it is after lunch now. You can hear the corn planter in the background. We've been getting our corn planted today. So we had lunch, filled up the corn planter. He's been working away at that. And now I'm over here getting this forage wagon back together. So everything under this cover is done. Shear bolt back in, chain back on, the gearbox is in, the half moon key is in there, all this is together. I did not realize, so I'm working on making one or grinding one down. The half moon keys I picked up don't fit in both of the slots, they only fit in one, so I'm grinding one down to fit into here. It's because I have the extra one laying around, and then why bother picking up another one. But I'm gonna get the drone up, fly it around, and show you guys what corn planting's looking like. So yeah, this is one of the varieties that we're planting this year. It's from Red Tail. So there you go.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
So it's chore time now. I'm fueling up the tractor behind me that goes on the manure spreader. It's getting low on diesel fuel, but I just got back from spreading the load of manure. Then I'm gonna go ahead and feed cows. After that, I'm gonna keep working on that cab tractor back there. It overheated today and ran low on coolant again. I'm thinking that it's leaking out a little bit by the water pump and that it is going to need a new water pump. This tractor here is also getting a water pump. You can see this one's leaking pretty good out of there sometimes, so probably sometime next week we'll take this one apart for that. But yeah, that tractor, after chores, we want to get it back on tillage. I have 2 new LED lights for the back, so I'm going to pull the roof off and put those on once I'm done feeding. We also have a couple cows to dry off tonight, so chores might be a little bit longer, but good. We're getting a lot of stuff done. It really helps when my dad has a day off work, because today is I guess a holiday, and then he's not working on the road selling feed and doing nutrition, so it really helps to have an extra person around. Alright, we're mixing feed for the night now. So I clean mangers. See, it's all scraped clean. Doing things a little differently now. These past couple days we've had some more feed refusals due to some of the heating of the silage in the ag bag. I took 3 manure spreader loads out the other day where there's a hole in the side, but I guess I didn't quite get to it soon enough. So we had a little more feed refusals. So what I've been doing, I've been piling all the feed still, and then I throw it in the TMR mixer now and drive it out to the heifer barn, versus before I'd wear it down. I had about 500 kilos tonight in the mixer, which is quite a bit. Generally we probably only have about 250. So it goes a lot quicker that way. It took maybe 20 minutes to load up the cart, drive it down there. We got our 4 cows dried off for the night. Over here in this other cornfield I was just planted, picking up the gator. You can see my bike is on the back of the gator. I just biked over here. So they've already gone ahead and sprayed this field. That is what this set of tracks here is from. Pre-emerge spray. We plant 24 end rows, so that's why sometimes you see the planter has to back up and pull ahead, because 24 end rows is 12 laps around with our pull type harvester, and that is more than enough for what we need. But it was a really nice day to get corn planted. It's one of the perks of it being custom done is they will get it done in an afternoon. They're pretty good about timing, these guys too. We texted them this morning saying everything was ready. Then they just went ahead and planted it all. So that is very nice to have out of custom guys, because sometimes it is hard to find a custom operator that'll just show up when you need them. It's one of the reasons why we own so much of our own equipment. Gotta take the roof off to change the lights. It is getting a little dark now, so I'm gonna go home. I have some parts to order off the internet, and I'm gonna grab supper because supper is just about ready.